Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, wherever it may be, whatever you may be doing. We got the WWE news, we got the wrestling headlines, we got the breaking news here on Sean's View. And if it weren't for you, this show wouldn't be happening. Remember to like, hype, comment, become a channel member today. We have a big storm brewing, a big storm happening this weekend in my neck of the woods, in my backyard. But there's a bigger storm brewing in the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. This is your undisputed place for the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive. We do it multiple times a day, and we rock you like never before here on the Unapologetic, Brash, and Brazen. So we have a variety of different topics, a lot of headlines, a lot of breaking news. So let's not waste any more of your valuable time, and let's get straight into it. Let's get right into the thick of the WWE. Right at the top of the video this morning, Jade Cargill. Yes, Jade Cargill is in the news once again, and why wouldn't she be? She is the WWE Women's Champion, but some would say lately Jade Cargill has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. As Jade Cargill compares herself to Kim Kardashian amid fan backlash online. What are your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions of the WWE Women's Champion? Now, she has been at the head of the table, so to speak, as it concerns some controversy for Jade Cargill, ladies and gentlemen. The controversy that she's injuring too many women, she's injuring too many stars, and that she's being put under a microscope is one Jade Cargill. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we already brought it up, but there's updates because we're not just going to tell you what you already heard or know or read. We're going to go deeper. We're going to go further. We're going to go give you more extensive. We're going to give you more of the backstage in the WWE. Tommaso Ciampa lays the groundwork for his post-WWE run with bold trademarks. Also, breaking news on the Viper, Randy Orton, SmackDown, and Trick Williams. According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the insiders at this time, Trick Williams is addressing the viral mic slapping spot with Randy Orton on SmackDown. Did you see that? Did you notice that? And what did you think about that viral moment? Did it stick with you? Also, and a follow up from last week's AMC TNA debut on TV. The TNA Impact preview for the January the 22nd, 2026, the confirmed matches, the start time, and how to watch. Also, are there going to be not one, not two, but five WWE stars that will be having a name change in the WWE? Now, we all know the WWE is definitely known for name changes, name differences in the WWE. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. However, these names are still being thought about. They're still being looked into. If there's a name change, if it would enhance them, if it would better them, we are going to see about all of that. Also, Trick Williams is revealing how his WWE main roster call-up all came together. It is being leaked and exposed online in real time right now. Also, Maria Kanellis shares the first photo of her newborn son, William. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, TNA will come back with a bang. Hopefully, they'll be better. Hopefully, they'll make some improvements, some enhancements to this week's TNA broadcast on AMC, as TNA is addressing the production issues after backlash over their debut on that very network. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, sadly and unfortunately, we have to report on another death, another RIP. Another wrestler has been taken from us once again, because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, we have lost another wrestler, another star. And our thoughts and our prayers go out to this star, this name, legendary, historic. We are going to get into the name. We are going to bring it up, viewers. It is a recent death, and it is rocking the entire wrestling industry right now. Now, this might be a wrestler. This might be a name that you may not necessarily know, ladies and gentlemen. We all know Hulk Hogan died last year. We still can't. I still can't get over that. I still can't believe it. Um, it's shocking. It's saddening. We lost Ozzy Osbourne. We lost Knuckles Matson, but we lost this, ladies and gentlemen. The WWE has announced the death of a feared villain who was known for wild street fights. Ladies and gentlemen, professional wrestling legend Bobby Duncombe Sr. has died. He was 81 years old. The WWE issued a statement on X following the death of this star, this wrestler, this athlete. WWE is saddened to learn that Bobby Duncombe Sr. has passed away. It read, one of the most feared villains of the territories, the rugged cowboy from Austin, Texas, was as tough as they come. A graduate of the West Texas State University, the same institution that produced the likes of Dusty Rhodes, the Funk Brothers, and many other icons. Duncombe was selected by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 1967 NFL Draft and played 4 pro games. Carrying on the great tradition of Texas football stars turned pro wrestlers, Duncombe entered the ring and became famous for wild street fights with brutal battles against WWE legends like Bruto Sammartino and Bob Backlund. He was also a member of the iconic Heenan family led by WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan in the AWA. WWE and Sean Entertainment extends our condolences out to this star, this name, this transcender. Make no mistake about it. And again, you look at the names in the deaths. We have more wrestlers, more legends, more Hall of Famers that have passed away than that are actually still with us, standing and breathing. And that is a very scary state. That is a very scary stat to give to you, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Make no mistake about that. He held many championships across the territories during his illustrious career, and his son, Bobby Duncombe Jr., who died of an accident drug overdose in 2000 at just the age of 34, was also a professional wrestler. And again, it's still devastating to hear about that and know about that, and especially when you die at such a young age in your 30s, even your early 40s. It is way too young to pass away. As sad and as shocking and as debilitating it was that we lost the immortal Hulk Hogan, the red and yellow, at least Hulk Hogan lived his life. At least he lived his dream. At least he was able to, make an impact on the wrestling business. At least Hulk Hogan was into his 70s when he died, when he passed away. But there's no age that's good to die, especially the name of a Hulk Hogan or even Bobby Duncombe Sr., who has passed away. The WWE invades AEW TV, ladies and gentlemen, because according to the Dirt Sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, and according to fan reports online, the former Baron Corbin debuted on AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, it was his debut as a former WWE superstar, Baron Corbin, who in my mind was underutilized and underappreciated and should have been at least a one-time world champion in the WWE, because you saw how dominant he was. You saw how sufficient he was. We saw how strong he looked in NXT. And then, well, the creative really fell out for one Baron Corbin. Also, what is the fate, the future of Monday Night Raw? After the tanking viewership, the ratings, there's been a lot of whisper, a lot of chatter. Could Raw go down the shitter? Could Raw be canceled? Also, coming in at this time, Evil is reportedly coming to WWE. The King of Darkness is preparing to trade the blue ring for the bright lights of WWE after a decade and a half as a cornerstone of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The 38-year-old Evil has reportedly given his notice to the promotion, marking the end of an era of the House of Torture leader. According to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live, the rumors of Evil's departure has shifted from speculation to a strong likelihood that Super J Cast further collaborated the move, reporting that the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion has officially signaled his exit with WWE as the primary destination. The shift comes after a high-profile loss at Wrestle Kingdom 20 where Evil dropped the never open-weight title to Aaron Wolf, a match that many now see as his putting over the next generation on his way out the door. Do you want to see Evil in the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, your emotions, and your opinions on all of that. That's major. That is huge. Some would say that is cataclysmic. Ladies and gentlemen, remember we do multiple videos a day. We keep you in the know because that's what I do here on the Unapologetic Brash and Brains. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, become a channel member, donate below with a super thanks donation to keep you on the edge of your seats. Because you never know what the next video is going to look or sound like. Subscribe.